Hear ye.
Hey y'all.
Welcome, people. We're back. Band-Aid gang. We got C-Dub. Mr. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying, and I said damn. And we got.
The real angel.
And who else do we got in the building?
Diamond Gang.
Hey Diamond Gang.
Yes,
Hey.
sir.
Hello, everybody. Hope y'all are having a wonderful night. I think America's about to have some real bad weather hit the city, gang. Y'all spam that damn like button. Man, do you think they playing with the weather, Diamond? What's going on?
I think these JE files got these people all in a bunch.
Man,
I
would
think
it be
they like, oh, we
superstitious
don't
if I
need
said
this
that
out
they were
now.
playing with the weather?
I think they trying to do as many things to distract us from these JE files as possible.
I think so too. I think so too. So I know
Mhm.
everybody's seen the thumbnail. When you get in, please hit the like button. Be respectful to our channel, gang. We right here. You can double tap that screen to hit that like button. Be respectful when you walk in the building. Salute to everybody vertical. We got Diamond Gang. You know we on our political thing. Thank you guys for the hearts. We just gonna stay on top of these Epstein files. We also stand on top of what's going on with ICE. We stand on top of everything. Trump, oh, we can't forget Trump. We don't like to argue politics. We just like to stamp them. Did we mention that, Diamond?
Yes, sir. And let's be honest. I don't know.
Talk to us.
I don't know what type of narcotics this current president is on now. I'm
You
starting to
think he
think
on drugs,
I
Diamond?
think he on some hard shit. I really
That's
do.
allegedly. She said think, gang.
Allegedly, the man is on something hard because ain't no way he done sat there and mumbled for a whole hour and a half overseas and think that people didn't see it and we weren't
And no Diamond
embarrassed.
saw it. We know you saw it, gang. We know you saw it.
We was definitely embarrassed, okay? And the people in the back, please tell me that you didn't sit there and watch that whole hour and a half, okay? You should have turned your TV off after the first 2 minutes after you heard him start rambling, talking about himself, gloating about
Well,
himself.
Band-Aid gang, Diamond gang, man, let's go ahead and do what we do best. Spam that like button, gang. Let's
Right,
see
and
this. And Diamond,
what the heck is a board of peace?
I don't
What?
know. What is it, Diamond? Did you look it up?
So basically, the current president he's basically saying because he got butthurt because he didn't get nominated. I mean, he didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay,
He
so
doesn't
not
need to
not
get
to
a Nobel Peace
mention
Prize.
not to mention the lady that got the Nobel Peace Prize from Venezuela gave her Nobel Peace Prize to him as a gift. Okay,
Oh my God.
now, mind
Oh
you,
my God.
he's still butthurt about it. So he said, I don't want nothing to do with NATO. Mind you, we've been involved with NATO for decades. Presidents
Decades,
on
gang.
top of
Spam that like
presidents
button,
on
people
top of
that just got
presidents
here.
on top of presidents. So he said, nope, I don't want to deal with y'all. I want to create the board of peace involving the United States with Russia and other places we really do not need to be affiliated with. But this just tells you where his
What is this
mind
telling?
is. Now I'm just trying to figure out what type of yak what type of somebody around him. You know what I think? I think it's that damn Stephen Miller. I think I don't know what is he the mad scientist of the world or what. But I think that he was bullied as a kid or something, and he's like, well, you know what? I'm gonna get my revenge by taking over the United States of America and the world by just convincing the damn president that everybody is his enemy.
Well,
And
Diamond, just what guess what I got for you. Let's break this down.
all
Let's
right
break
now.
this down. Let's go, Band again.
It's been clear that the president and his family have been profiting hugely during Mr. Trump's first year in office. But today, the New York Times editorial board published an estimate of just how much they've raked in over the past 12 months.
Everybody, you about to see how much money that this president has raked in. Diamond, shall we?
Counting, it's at least $1.4 billion. Now that includes
$1.4 billion, gang.
Now, mind you, the law states now, since this administration don't care about the law states that a president is not supposed to take any favors from any foreign country, and they're not supposed to accept nothing more than $20. Anything over $20 is supposed to be returned.
I said,
Now
damn, let's go.
imagine how many quick po quos this man had made to try to get himself. You remember? I don't know if you remember me saying in last episode, but this man then went and took money. Well, he then went and sold a oil tanker that he stole from Venezuela.
Thank you for the
Sold
super
it
chat, my boss.
sold it for 500 million and then took the money instead of giving it to the American people that he just completely devastated us with everything. We ain't right now we struggling. The man that sat there and put the $500 million over in an offshore account in Qatar that he can only control. So you mean to tell me you just stole somebody's oil, sat there and stole the president and his wife, took the oil, sold it, put the money in a foreign account,
That's what
and
Epstein was teaching him very well, didn't he?
no, you know what I think, and
What you
this
think,
is
gang?
my opinion. I think that he's the ringleader of the whole thing. He's the top poncho. I think that Je was one of the
You think
flunkies.
that Donald Trump is he doesn't do business right? So how the hell
He
is he
was the
gonna be
one
able to?
because let's be honest, right? They're
Okay,
focused on JE and JE Island and everything, right? But they ain't
okay,
never once tried to investigate Mar-a-Lago, and that's directly linked to JE.
okay.
So
Well,
to
let's see. Well,
me,
let's see about this money, Don.
all right now,
About this money.
income from licensing Trump's name, overseas real estate projects, as well as hundreds of
Y'all
millions of
spam that
dollars from
like button.
investments in
Thank you, my boss, for the
cryptocurrencies.
super
Money
chat,
in
gang.
Amazon paid Melania Trump, the family, for a documentary about Melania Trump. New York Times investigative reporter Russ Buechner is here. It is staggering, a figure of nearly 1.4 billion. I mean, it's closer to 1.5 billion. It's incredible. Did it surprise you?
It's absolutely shocking. I think it's been shocking every month. I mean, I studied Donald Trump's finances, including obtaining his tax returns with some colleagues
The man
for
been studying
over a
his
20-year period.
finance.
And this amount is really greater than the sum total of everything he made from his inheritance, from being on The Apprentice, and from all the licensing deals while he was on The Apprentice.
It's more than he ever made in his whole life.
I think those things were his big profit centers because his business performance was uneven. Right. So those three things that really his golden days. This is more than that, all in 1 year.
And I mean, this is just the first year. It seems like there's no reason why. I mean, they're open for business.
They're open for business, and they've been expanding things on a regular basis, especially into cryptocurrencies. They recently just transformed their social media company into a Bitcoin repository company, which is a cryptocurrency, and now they're moving that into some sort of power generation company. But they are just rapidly trying to gather every sort of business that they can to monetize it.
The brazenness of it is remarkable. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Donald Trump Jr. I don't think the club that Donald Trump Jr. set up in Washington, which is like a private members club, which essentially kind of promises access for paying members of the club to government officials and cabinet secretaries.
That's right.
That wasn't part of this.
That's not part of this, no. And that really seems kind of quaint compared to what they're doing in cryptocurrencies, where it looks like over the last year they've
right? So
personally
it's the
pocketed the
crypto, you
family and a
guys.
few partners.
So it's the crypto, and for what I heard, I don't know how true it is. They actually was selling. He was actually selling partners for 2.5 million each part. So anybody that needed to be partnered, they gave up that 2.5 million they were getting out of federal jail. Okay, I mean federal prison. So I mean the man been grifting since grifting was grifting. I mean the first the first term that he did, he was grifting. but he wasn't grifting as much as he is now. You know why he grifting as hard as he is now? Because he
Tell him
knows
why,
he's
Diamond.
a because he knows he's a lame duck president. Okay, he know this is last term. He know he already know that 9 times out of 10 they gonna impeach him and he gonna get removed. So why not capitalize off of the presidency,
It's a lot
because
of
he
people.
don't
I
really
just
care
don't
now.
think that. I'm not. I want to see it, but it's far in distance of me thinking that Donald Trump will get impeached. I'm just saying.
Well,
It's so much
my,
dirt that
my
they hiding that they're getting away with now, and it's take
well,
people like us that's on social media
hmm
to really kick them in their ass,
well,
to
hmm
to reveal all the secrets. So I
right.
want him out of office, but
Well,
how far are we in now, Diamond? How far are we in?
right.
A year and a half?
It's only been a year, right? So this is the issue, right? You have a lot of court cases that are still active right now, going through the courts, siphoning through the courts, right?
But it
So
seems like
you,
they stalling it out though. Like with
mm,
every, I mean,
well,
check
no, there's a
mandate that.
lot
It
of
seems
there
like they
was a
stalling them out. Yeah.
Well, there was a couple of court cases that actually just got passed today. Like one that had to do with our elections. Him trying to basically try to get a hold of. I think one of them. I think it was the day before yesterday. Trying to get a hold of our voter rolls in each state. I don't know where he thought he was entitled to that,
Thank you
but
for the
he's
like.
not. So it went all the way up to to the fact that the only way that we're going to be able to stop him from doing really reckless things here in the United States is if the federal courts do their job and the Supreme Court actually does their job. So the problem is that we have corruption in Congress, and we have corruption in the Supreme Court. Now,
Absolutely.
my thing is today, Jack Smith did a hearing publicly talking about the January 6th event, and also the classified documents case, right, that he was involved in. And guess who was the chairman that was sitting there listening to everything he was talking about?
Who, Diamond?
Jim Jordan.
I said, damn, Jim Jordan everywhere, ain't he?
Yep.
Jim
And
Jordan
guess
making sure
who
they don't kick him in his ass.
right, and guess who else was sitting there
And we got some
involved
stuff on
in it as
Jim Jordan
well?
too, you guys. So y'all get ready for this. We got a good show for you guys.
Right, and then we have also other hearings. I don't know. It was a bunch of hearings today. I think today and
Let's roll
yesterday.
down the street, Diamond. Let's check on this money real quick, and then go
Right,
ahead and get to the intel that you sent me, so we can breeze through this and get this content. You know what I'm
right,
talking about?
but let me state this real quick. Not only was Jim Jordan overseeing a hearing, but we also had Andy Biggs very vocal in the hearing as well. Which, like I said, hmm right, mind you. And conf- yep, conflict of interest. If you know what a conflict of interest is, yes. Uh, uh, um, um, right.
The great
Yep.
spills the tea. I'm gonna be sharing some of her content today.
And the
Thank you for
the
my mods
the
coming in,
issue,
Tabby. Thank you guys.
right? So the issue is that we have a lot of people that wear double face, double mat, two faced. When you look at them and they act like they so concerned about everybody, but really, realistically, they don't care about nobody but themselves. And they're also in a secret society, a secret group, so you would never even know that the people that are sitting here supposed to be advocating for your state really is a nasty individual that's really
That part.
taking that position so that he can keep himself out of getting in trouble. Majority of the people that are in our Congress right now have, and I hate to say it like this, but a lot of them have some dark secrets in a closet, and they're only in Congress to try to keep themselves from going to prison. So I'm gonna say it like
Diamond.
that.
somewhere in the neighborhood of $800 million or more. That's unheard of wealth for that.
And there's linkage, a lot of linkage between the businesses and, places the U.S. is actually involved in doing, U.S. foreign policy and
double tap the screen, Band-Aid game. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this money the cryptocurrency money comes to them anonymously. We don't know. The public can't figure out who it is. Most of it comes from.
Are you guys seeing? Sorry, before we go in, I'm gonna say this real quick. Go slide through. Are you guys seeing how it's another way? They found another way, a secret way to launder money. I said, damn, let's go.
Can tell that from the exchanges it goes through, and a lot of it, as you said, comes from countries where they have a real interest in it. There's been some direct conflicts, especially with a big deal that came through the United Arab Emirates. They decided to use a Trump cryptocurrency to pay for a $2 billion investment.
Right, which is
we on their ass, gang. Double tap that screen. Let's go.
Particular cryptocurrency.
It was brand new and struggling and unproven, and they did that. That will put about $80 to $100 million a year in the pockets of the Trumps. And within a few months,
Diamond, how much did he say? How much did he say, Diamond?
800. What did he say?
Let's go back, gang.
Yeah, go back. I think he said 8 billion. Did I?
Let's go.
And struggling and unproven. And they did that. That will put about $80 to $100 million a year.
$100 million, $80 to $100 million a year. $80 to $100 million
a year.
How long does he have left in office? I said, damn.
So that means
racking up.
He's racking up. But my thing is, all the people around him are complicit in all of this. They all getting a piece of the chunk of the pie. Well, we would assume they would, but a lot of them probably ain't getting nothing because the man's selfish.
I know that's real. Let's go. Double tap the screen for the like button. Thank you guys for coming in.
And within a few months, within a few weeks actually, Trump decided to overturn a policy that had long rejected the UAE's pleas to get AI computer chips from us because they were thought to be too close to China. He just did away with that and then pardoned the fellow who was on the other side.
Listen to what he said, AI computer chips. Let's go, guys.
One deal.
It's remarkable. Russ Buettner is in the Times today. Thank you so much. Thank you. Expanding on the conversation, another data point, President Trump gave the crypto industry its biggest policy win last July when he signed a bill he was pushing to federally regulate a type of cryptocurrency called stablecoins.
So everybody, we updating everybody with what's going on. Hold on.
Right, and let me let the audience know that Doge, when they quote unquote were
have you ever seen people flipping houses and say
our data and quote unquote cleaning our corruption, quote unquote, they were putting the money that they were taking into cryptocurrency. I don't know if people was paying attention to when they were active in the government. They were actually if you looked into the cryptocurrency market, there was Doge, and the money was flowing in there.
Taddy said she heard about the computer chip a long time ago.
Oh yeah, Diamond Gang up in here. Hey Tati. Hey Damon.
Let's go,
yeah, so the cryptocurrency world is really, really, really strong. But the issue is that they have become it's becoming like you said, a money laundering tool.
Absolutely. You all right over there, Diamond?
Oh yeah. I'm waiting for to play the video. I'm just letting the audience know that Doge was obviously I don't know if you knew that they just got in trouble because we just now finding out that they took some of our Social Security information.
Oh wow!
And they weren't supposed to do that.
Cover that.
But hey,
when this go off, I want you to tell us. Hold on, we're gonna slide through here and hear what Trump the Dump got to say. I said, damn, we finna see what Trump the Dump got to say real quick, right? And then, Diamond, I want you to tell us what happened with that incident. Let's see what he's talking about on this speech. Updating everybody. This is all updating you guys on what's going on. We got some powerful updates. We want to keep our people updated with what's going on in our country. Let's go, gang.
that we would bring back American liberty and leadership and make the United States the crypto capital of the world.
There she goes. She just said it.
So the golden age of America is upon us, and with today's signing, the future of crypto.
No, the golden age of your pocket, because you don't give a damn about the Band-Aid gang. You don't give a damn about the diamond.
Sure don't. That man wants that's the reason why his hair receding, because his ass lied too much. hmm This what happens. This what happens when you lie. That toupee is gone. It's the whole family. It sound is a little off. Uh, hey, everybody. So we are putting you guys up on what's going on currently, because a lot of people don't know what the world is going through. Your sound is far away now. I can hear you, but you are far. You sound far away from the mic. Hold on. Let me hop out and come back in then.
Put a one in that chat. See if that little phone.
Tablet is hooked up to it.
Okay. Thank you, my boss. We're waiting on Diamond to come back in. Well, I see her when she come back.
Yeah, it's gonna say.
The gang is starting to come in here. Double tap the screen. I know y'all love to hear me drag. I said, but I'm just telling the truth. I drag when it's time to drag. And remember, I skid. I said, damn, let's skid on his ass.
Or at least when he originally
Band-Aid
won the
gang.
first election, they didn't
These
care about
people
that.
mad at
They
this
didn't care
man.
about it the next time around. More importantly, he floods the market so many
They want to cut
stories on a daily basis that this story has a hard time gaining traction when you're Venezuela potentially invading Greenland and
all of this is a cover-up, Band-Aid gang. All of this is to cover up the Epstein files. All of this is because he wants to launder money and fill his pockets. But what he really wants, hold on, Diamond Gang is in here. Hey, Diamond Gang.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, hit your camera button.
I did already.
Now you did. I said, damn, get in here. Now, Diamond, these people are mad. They furious. They tired of his lies because he ain't giving them no cut. He taking his money for himself. And remember, 60% of the Project 2025 is in action.
Right. And I just, in the back of my mind, I think that this is all to try to see, like, because this man was going to try his hardest to do this regardless, right? And I feel
Yes.
like that. I feel like they're like letting him get what he wants so he can get it out of his system.
Right
Somebody told me that this
out
man
of his
is
system
actually.
so he can spread it to all of them because at the end money, the man said 80 million.
Not to mention any other side deals he's got going on. But my thing is that there was a doctor that said that by looking at him and the condition that he's in, that he's not in good health at all. So to me, it's like, hmm I think that this is a horrible. You know what? I think the man is just. I think the man is embarrassing our nation. That's what I think. But the more people pay attention, yeah, the more people pay attention to what's going on and they educate themselves, the better they will be. And right now, there's a lot of people that are uneducated when it comes to politics, and they just look at a person and think that they're funny, and they like, oh well, I support them because they're funny. That right. Right, and you just because a person's funny don't mean that they're good for our nation. Clearly, this man is sitting here allowing our health care to go to the ground. He don't care about you getting health care. He doesn't care if you eat because he's trying to take away SNAP benefits from states, from struggling parents and the children that have absolutely no choice but to have those conditions because of the positions that they're in because of their parents. It's to me, to what I think he really wants to happen is he wants child labor to exist again, which would be devastating to our nation. We do not need, yeah, correct. And then if you look at it, he wants to get rid of all the immigrants. hmm you look at it, you, hmm yep, he care. hmm
Children and sending them to rich people so they can do whatever they want to them, put them on. See, y'all not understanding, and they will do anything it takes to cover this
Right.
up. So let's
And
continue,
you
man.
got to look at it too.
Minnesota. And
I was gonna
Go
say
ahead.
you gotta look at it too. Who's benefiting off of locking all these immigrants up? Who's benefiting off of the real issues with people getting arrested? The only people that's benefiting are the people that support private prisons, the for profit prisons that are sitting there holding all these people, to do labor for pennies on the dollar. So
That part.
it's yeah, it gets deep, y'all. So let's keep it going.
Thanks, Diamond. Let's go.
more importantly, I think that the majority of Americans right now are thinking about the economy. They're thinking about how they're going to afford their
Right?
groceries at the store the next day. And so, I think Americans are exasperated by everything else that's going on, and it's only been 1 year. And I'm not sure that this is the kind of story that people.
Do you think people care?
I think some people care. I think what was different with this story from the New York Times today is that we have heard, trickles of We've heard about the
There you go.
cryptocurrency. We've heard about the Melania documentary on Amazon. We've heard about the real estate deals outside of the country. But to see it all together and see that it amounts to almost $2 billion.
Claimed when it was Hunter Biden on a board for Burisma or selling paintings.
Right, which is like a pittance, right? I mean, you're literally talking pennies in comparison to what this grift is. They've turned, the entire Trump family has turned the White House and the presidency, and not just the Trump family, also some of his cabinet members, into the home shopping network.
Hey, Coro.
Figuring out how to exploit that presidency to line their pockets. I think
there we go. We just said that. Line their pockets.
And disgusting.
Line these people's
for him to be
pockets.
That affordability.
That man.
Well, of course it's a
those
hoax for him.
people's pockets.
Because
gang.
he's out there hawking
Look at him. Those
everything he
people's
absolutely can.
pockets.
Well, regular Americans don't have that luxury now, do they?
No. The New York Times editorial.
Hey, Cupcake.
It's impossible to know how often Mr. Trump makes official decisions, in part or entirely because he wants to be richer. That is precisely the problem. I mean, I remember the president didn't like when the Obamas got a deal with Netflix after they left the White House. Melania Trump has a deal while she's in.
That's what I was talking about. Just so goddamn selfish. You pocketing all this money and worried about somebody have. Boy, you almost done turned over. They about to almost put you under. Boy, bye. I said, damn. Don't come over here with that bullshit because we ain't hearing it. We'll hit you from every fucking angle. Live, we going hard. We going hard. We got Cupcake in here. We got the dog people in here. We covering dog.
Right.
We covering Mo3. We got a lot of stuff coming. We
My
hit
my
from
thing
every
is
angle.
right. And Dove, you see how he's so jealous of Obama. Everything's Obama, Biden, everybody but his ass. Just like he talk about everybody else's stuff, but never want to talk about himself and the things
Exactly.
that he's really doing. He actually pulled out on
Double
this
tap
in
the
this
screen, gang. We
last
got
speech
14
that
in
he
here. We need
did.
14
He
likes. Let's
pulled
go.
out a book full of papers saying, well, this is all the stuff that I have done this year. But couldn't read none of the pages out of the pamphlets that he had, the book, little quote unquote book that he created of all his accomplishments. Imagine you on the world stage talking to people and you pull out a whole book
Thank you
full
guys for the
of
like.
stuff you quote unquote did, talking about, well, these are the things I've accomplished. This, that. Don't not even talking about the fact that you just sat there disrespecting NATO and disrespecting these people and you sitting here trying to tell them that in order for them to be a part of your board of peace, they have to pay 1.5 billion, I believe.
That's what it was.
Why would they give you any damn thing? The only thing we need to be doing is trying to figure out how are we gonna get out of debt. And as far as I'm concerned,
That's
we ain't
never
getting
gonna
out of
happen.
debt with
We're
you
not gonna. No
taking
matter what
us
we figure
out.
out, that's not gonna happen.
Right, but how we going? How we even? My thing is this: if he's sitting here grifting the presidency and he's pocketing the money, right? How are we getting out? We ain't even cut down any of the trillions of dollars that we owe. Currently, we owe $37 trillion.
That's
Trillion.
why I said
Now, mind you,
we worried
the
about the
person
wrong thing. We need to be
instead of
worried about
hold on.
the kids, Diamond.
I'm gonna ruffle some feathers real quick. The
Okay,
only
ruffle
thing
them so we can go
I
to the next
think
piece.
should happen is he should sit here, since he like to be on his knees for Bubba. He need to go and talk to the Rothschilds and tell them to cough up that $37 trillion that they sitting on,
Oh well,
because they
let's see
worth
about that.
500 trillion.
Since you said that, hold your thought, Diamond. Hold your thought. Since you just said that, well, let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Band-Aid gang, y'all go up here because we gonna touch it. We gonna tap you on your ass. Yeah, we don't got no problem with doing that. And Joe, how we get to that? How do we get to that? Let's go, gang. Double tap the screen. We got 15 in here. Messages. Yep, messages. We're going to here. We're going to get straight to it since Diamond want to talk about it. Now, it's all about the kids. Now, we covered, first of all, I want to know what this done be. I want to know what this is. Diamond, what is that? Band-Aid gang? What is that? I said, damn, get in here. Y'all think we don't. Diamond, I told you who are these people, Band-Aid gang?
Now, mind
Who
you, the man
are these
80.
reptilians,
The
gang? We on
man
their ass.
has
Let's go.
the man has a lot of health issues.
Diamond, who
Okay,
hand is this? This Trump
this
hand?
is the president of the United States, quote
Look at
unquote.
Donald Trump hand, gang. What's wrong, gang? That's not human. That's
Mm-mm.
not human.
That is from him doing whatever he's doing behind closed doors that we don't know about. Now imagine how the rest of his body. Imagine how the rest of his body look. Ugh. Anyway,
All of them. Diamond told us to arrest all of these three men. Give the people annihilation. Oh, who these people is, Diamond?
right. So the big headed man in the red
Right there.
tie is Andy Biggs. He is the representative for Arizona, and he is currently in a part of Congress currently right now.
And that's the dad, the stepdad,
That
right there
is
of Sasha.
William Riley, the one that was the adopted father of Sasha Riley,
There we
the
go.
one that was trafficking him.
And there's the Mr. Jawbone man right there for Cleveland. I said, damn.
And that is Jim Jordan, the
Jim Jordan.
representative of Ohio that is sitting there in Congress today.
Let's get on it, Diamond. Let's rock a show. Let's go.
Mhm.
I just had a conversation with Sasha Riley's first sergeant, and you're not going to want to miss
Didn't I
it.
tell y'all stop playing with us?
First and foremost, while he did allow his name to be used in this, he has asked for privacy from the media. He does not want to be contacted. He's already been contacted by Snopes. So please don't bug him.
Now, let me give them a backdrop
Legal
drop on
Divas.
this before we play it. All right, so this she said she's talked to the first sergeant of when Sasha Riley was in the service. Okay, now mind you, I believe the commander had the person over him,
Thank you
the
for the super chat, gang.
the person over the first sergeant uh, confronted well, he didn't confront, he asked Sasha Riley about a video that was caught on another soldier's laptop of him with a black girl doing nasty things at a young age. They caught it on the soldier's laptop, found out that it was one of the soldiers, told him about it, and that's how the situation unfolded on him finding out that he was being recorded when he was a kid. He did, which he didn't know. He probably
Okay.
figured or whatever. But this is just the fact that when Sasha Riley is a boy, when he came out and spoke his with his interview, a lot of people forgot the fact that this man was in the service.
I'm
So,
checking the email now. I got it. Hold on, Diamond. I got
mhm,
that email coming in, Cupcake. Um,
mhm,
We're getting more information on the Dolph case, everybody. So we will be covering that the day after tomorrow. We stand
mhm.
with the algorithms. Day after tomorrow, we finna go ahead. We got Teron Ingram. We gonna cover this Dolph. We getting right back into it. Hey, the people are asking, so we giving them what they want. Nurse 59, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, my boss. Thank you so much. We got
Thank
20 people in the
you.
building. Please double tap that screen, hit that like button. So, Diamond,
So,
go ahead. Would you?
all right. So he was in the service. I believe he was in the service. He did a tour over in Iraq. And like I said, they found CSAM in another soldier's laptop, told Sasha about it, and this is just confirmation that
Confirmation.
Sasha is telling the truth. Okay, so listen to what this says in this
Okay.
video.
Oculus is in there, Diamond Gang from last week.
Hey, what's going
Hey,
on?
tomorrow we're gonna have an open platform. When we go strictly vertical, we can only have one person up here.
Mm-hmm.
So that I would have dropped the link. I wanted to go split screen so we could have did it. I would have been nice to have you up here to talk that. So I just wanted to jump off with this vertical today. But tomorrow I will call you. I got your number and I will drop the link. So be looking out for the link because we got a lot of stuff to cover and we would love to have you on the platform. And
Yes, yes.
but when we're
So
doing just strictly vertical, it only can be one person up here with me, and that's Diamond. So we, so
right,
I
and
will
you
give you
can
a call
always
too.
put your little 1 2 in the comments, okay?
Yeah,
We do
yeah.
see it.
We glad to have you to the family, gang. We love your energy. We gotta see you on the platform tomorrow, or we gonna goddamn it cut you off, gang. I said, damn. Also, let's continue. Like Diamond said, Diamond, give them a little bit more intel about what's going on before we
Right.
press play.
So William Sasha Riley did his interview. I'm gonna repeat this again. Did his interview. He named Jim Jordan, Andy Biggs, the current president of the United States, of doing wrongdoing to him when he was a child between the ages of 9 and I believe 12 years old.
Mhm.
And this is just confirmation on one of the first sergeant, I believe.
One of the first sergeants, right?
He actually confirmed that there was a video that was talked to about. I mean, well, Sasha was talked to about because it was involving CSAM, involving child and child X-rated videos.
I knew it. That's what's going around. Let's go, gang.
Army. I introduced myself and asked if he would confirm that he was the commanding officer at Fort Carson. He corrected me that he was the first sergeant.
Now, this is a text message. Hold on, I'm going to drop this. Hold on.
I asked if he would confirm the existence of the video mentioned. He asked where I got Mendenhall's name because he didn't hear it in the podcast, but it's in there. He said, as first sergeant, you don't get privy to the video. I'm not sure the commander saw the video. I cannot confirm that. Riley, I assume, saw it. Your Facebook page, I see several videos focusing on.
All right, when we're doing vertical, I can only have one person up, but tomorrow we're gonna do a different setup. We're going StreamYard, so you'll be able to come up. I can only have one when I'm doing strictly just vertical. This is called vertical. So it's not what I use. I use a StreamYard program where I can have multiple people up. But on this specific YouTube live straight through, I can't do it. So I will notify you tomorrow and get you on. So let's go back a little bit so everybody can hear that part. I just wanted to make sure you heard what I was saying. Let's go, gang.
I would have remembered it. Is this for your Facebook page? I see several videos focusing on this. Do you think it will make network news? The Sasha stuff, I mean. I said, thank you. I'm an educator as well, and will do everything I can to stop this kind of thing from existing in this world. He mentioned that the podcast is disturbing and he didn't know about any of it. I asked if I could share this and said that I'm followed by some media folks, so it might get some traction. He said he didn't want his name to be in the news, and I explained that I understand and recommended he made his page private. We talked, he said he heard from Snopes and has already answered some questions from them. And then he asked if I had to use his name to post. And I said, in order for it to have any credibility, I would have to, but I could also say that you've asked for privacy. I made sure that his page was private before I posted, and we ended our conversation. Any questions?
I said, damn.
Who was that?
I said,
All
damn.
right, so she just got confirmation from the first sergeant that there was a video talked to about with Sasha Riley involving CSAM. Now imagine all the military, well, not all the military, but some of the military men and maybe some women are involved in watching CSAM. There's no reason for that. And then the child exploitation that's going on right now, that's probably been going on for decades, is outrageous. Is
True.
outrageous. The fact that that you have soldiers sitting there that's supposed to be fighting for our country, that's supposed to be doing their jobs, sitting here watching child X videos is disgusting. Not to mention on how did they even get the material in the first place to watch. They said that this man that one of the soldiers had it in a laptop. So imagine maybe if these videos were sold on the black web, on the dark web.
What comes with the
Diamond, are you guys listening to this game? Was it too loud? Now,
Yeah, it
now
was a little too loud. Go ahead and replay it so they can hear what they were talking about.
let
Because
me
if
see.
you hear what they were talking about, it's very disturbing.
Listen, gang.
This one's in Thailand. Beautiful.
This one is in Thailand. They're talking about children, gang. They're talking about children. Listen.
Beautiful. What comes with the island is a small village. You could practically go. They're building. Yeah, do the islands come with the children, or
Does the island come with the children? See, y'all think this shit ain't happening.
And then look at the right, and they thought the cameras were turned off and said this.
Exactly.
You gotta be careful what you're saying.
Got to be more careful because we will be in the bushes. Taddy, did you see that? They thought the camera was off.
That's a shame.
This is what goes on underground with all these old perverts that feel like I can't get no young, no decent age woman. I need to go get me a little kid. I said, damn, my hair gray. I'm wore out.
Why would he want an island filled with children? That should be a question mark for
About it. How does it get back to the United
well, you know
States?
what? Overseas, a lot of parents they struggle with finances, so they sell their kids. Unfortunately, that happens where they run out of money and they like, oh well, I'm gonna have to sell one of my children. That
The
to me
Occupants,
is the
only one person can
nastiest
come up. I
thing.
can't drop Diamond. Occupant said, damn, he want me to drop you. We coming on tomorrow.
Yeah,
You gotta wait till tomorrow.
yeah, you know,
We can
you
only
keep
have
saying
one
it in the
person.
comments, it ain't gonna change the fact that you saying it in the comments, sir. You can say, I'm just saying, because we right now we rocking the show.
And you part of the show, gang.
You is like I said, you can talk about the commentary, anything that we're talking about through the chat. You just can't come up tonight.
Because it's only me and Diamond. It only will let two people up on this specific lining that we use. Y'all double tap that screen.
You can look it up on YouTube.
Now watch it up, gang. Let's go.
this one's in Thailand. Beautiful. Beautiful. What comes with the island is a small village. You could practically go.
He said, what comes with the island? He said, what comes with the island? Them little bitty islands that we see on the map don't know what over there. Don't even got a damn runway. You got a parachute up in that motherfucker. You got a parachute to get up in that motherfucker and take a speedboat back. Y'all don't think that should be happening, gang?
Right, and my thing is, the person, the rich billionaire that bought the Epstein, well, sorry, J.E.'s island. Um, he also bought it was another island. I think it's Saint John. Is it Saint? I have to think of what the name
Don't
of it is.
struggle too hard.
But there's two islands that he bought. He purchased them. But when it come down to J.E.'s island, it's still the same way before this man was quote unquote unalive. You would think that you would have tore down everything on the island. Everything is still present. Isn't that a weird situation, y'all? Mm-hmm.
Think the lights don't come on? It's in the middle of where it's Nickelodeon, gang. Did you know the island is shaped just like the Nickelodeon symbol? Did I mention that? I'd have showed you guys. Do I got to go in reverse? See, we've been ahead of our time. That's why this algorithm has opened up. Scotty said boots and submarines and occasionally helicopters. That's how you get in. And Prince
My
Andrew, I'm
thing
gonna get on
is
your
as
ass
soon as
too.
he got arrested, the CIA, the government should have seized the island. they should have took over the island. But
They
to
should have
me,
showed us that. See, we pay
so
tax money, and they do us all
mhm,
type of ways.
yep,
Like what? Like Dr. E said, when Poo Poo and when Poo Poo and Ray Ray get in trouble, you go in Poo Poo and Ray Ray house, go in his basement. You show us everything in Poo Poo and Ray Ray house. When Poo Poo and Ray Ray get in trouble, we get when you know we going all in the trap house. But we can't go on the Epstein Island now it's vacant. We can't get a real tour down there on the History Channel. We can't get it on. We can't see that. I said, damn, let's go Band-Aid gang.
So the islands come with the children, or are the children
Good gang.
Okay, so I don't know about what countries are near to adoption from.
Cambodia, Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, Philippines, the Philippines. Of course, the Filipinos, if they're not in a nurse, they're being your.
What age range?
hold on. Did you hear what he just said about
I
being a
said,
servant? That would be their his servant. Did you go back? Because the last sentence that he said was, "They will be your servant." Listen.
listen, gang.
This island does have a small school. There are children.
Okay, so I don't know about what countries are near to adoption from.
Wait, he said, what countries are near to abduct them from? Did y'all hear that?
Yep.
Man, stop playing with us, gang. They put. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Band-Aid gang. Let me read this. They didn't take over the island. It was their island. Facts. From the start. And they're not done using it. Yep. Scotty, that's what we just said.
Yep.
Teddy said facts. For a
Mm-hmm.
while until after the president gets out of the office. And we have a couple more that don't think like this one does. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. But listen to what he says at the very end. He said they are their servants. Now, what grown man looks at says about children of being a servant to another grown man without you being an actual PDF file?
Gang, these people, I want you to pay attention.
All these men right here is probably married with kids, established, and they're sitting here talking about other people's children, talking about them being their servants.
And these people are writing your face on YouTube, on other platforms,
And
talking in
public
code on
services, they're in
Facebook,
public.
talking in code, gang.
Yep,
Right in
in
your
our
face.
Congress, in our state governments, they're all. You wonder why these people be trying to get these positions where they basically can mask what they're doing. They can control their
The
movements on
narrative.
getting locked up or not because they're involved in the government, state
Let's go.
government and federal.
Let's hear what you was talking about, Diamond. Let's go. But remember what he said. What island are they on so they can get abducted? What? Are you? This is what we do, gang.
Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, Philippines, the Philippines. Of course, the Filipinos, if they're not in a nurse, they're being your.
They're being your servants. Did you see that?
That's weird.
Look, they're being your servants. This is what's going on, gang. Look at these people. Some of these guys that you looking at right here, gang. They right there in Congress. They right there when the president is speaking. They're right there. And then we're not being biased. It's Republicans and Democrats. These
Right,
motherfuckers, they in the same party, gang. They just
a
horny, gang.
Batman said, "Run that back." He wants to see it again. He wants to hear it again. So run it back for him.
And we got more. This is what we do. Thank y'all. Double tap the screen. Thank y'all for the super chats. Let's go.
Vietnam, Philippines, the Philippines. Of course, the Filipinos, if they're not in a nurse, they're being your.
Look, If they're not being your nurse, they're being your servant, gang. It said if they're not being your nurse, they're being your servant. Are you just gang? What? Let's go, gang.
Yeah. What age range is it? Below 10, I don't really.
Now let's continue to the next.
Hold on, did you
Let's
catch
go.
that? Hold on, wait. Did you catch what he just said? He said, what are the age ranges? He said below 10.
All right, let's go.
I don't really.
Hold
Go
on.
back to just a little more. All right.
Of course, the Filipinos, if they're not being a nurse, they're being your. Okay, so, yeah. So. What age range? Below 10, I don't really.
Below 10. He was about to say, I really don't want to, but below 10. Below 10. I said, damn. See that we got to watch out, man, that game, because the shit we do, they gonna cut the damn algorithm. Yeah.
This
We
is
want
the
her.
sick world that we are in, you guys. These
And these
people
are the
are
people that run the
fantasizing
world.
kids under 10 years old
Under 10.
being on an island for them to take advantage of, y'all. Imagine all these people, the Filipinos, and I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and say or speculate that all of them are poor, but the ones that don't have money or don't have resources, these rich men can flaunt money and resources in their face and said, "Hey, I got all this for you, but I want her or I want him." And the father and the mother got to sit and decide if they're going to take care of their household by giving up one of their kids or stay struggling. It's a sick world.
Of every country in the world are under the control of the Rothschilds, the Vatican, and the Chabad Jews. The leaders of these central banks are handpicked and approved by the Rothschilds. The same is true of most bankers.
Look at that man head, gang. Look at that head right there. What that look like?
The Simpsons.
That look like an alien head. That's an alien.
Now
Boy, we got the Pleiadians out here. We got the reptilians out here. See, y'all don't
Imagine the
understand.
Simpsons. You
These
remember
people
the
not human,
Simpsons?
gang.
Listen, the Simpsons, right? Homer Simpson's boss. Remember how he looks, right? Is it a coincidence that this man and him both have a receded hairline and a pointy nose?
I
Was
said,
the
damn.
Simpsons telling us
Something.
Yeah, and they always predict everything that we go through.
Let's
So
continue.
let's continue.
Picked and approved by the Rothschilds. The same is true of most bankers. For instance, the major
All the way back to the bank again. Let's go.
leaders of Morgan Guarantee and Citibank and Goldman Sachs and so forth, these people are all approved by the Rothschilds, the Vatican, and the Chabad Jews. They are not elected. They are not selected on merit. They're selected on the basis of being loyal to the deep state. People need to understand that the deep state is above governments. The deep state essentially consists of Rothschilds and the Vatican, including both the Black Pope and the White Pope, as well as the Chabad Jews. They use the
Oh, what?
Freemasons
There's
and
a
the
black
Knights of
pope and a
Malta, the
white pope.
highest
I thought it
levels,
was
as
just
their
one pope. When was it
No,
a black and a white pope?
it's been a black pope. Let's
and
go.
they use world banks as their managers. Most governments have two parties that are elected by 30% of the public. The other 70% of the public is disenfranchised. The politicians and the military leaders and the bankers at the national level are the best of the servant class. They comprise the shadow government, but they are not the deep state. They are the servants of the deep state.
What does that look like? What does this look like? What does this look like? Right here. Hold on, watch this.
Not the deep state. They
Watch
are the
this, Band-Aid
servants
gang.
of the deep state.
Hold on, let me go back. Watch this, everybody. Right about there. You see that symbol right there on that man diamond? What does that look like? Don't you remember the Hitler that the Nazis had that same symbol?
Yeah.
Don't y'all remember the Nazis had this same symbol? But they didn't like the Jews, right? Signs and symbols are for the conscious mind.
Right.
There it is. There it is. You guys remember seeing that same symbol on the Nazis' uniform? Let's continue. Whoever controls the narrative controls the course of history. How do you control the narrative, gang? How do you control the narrative? By television. Television controls the narrative. Social media controls the narrative. Money controls the narrative. Money talks, bull crap runs a marathon. When you have money, you can make anything happen. You can hide shit. You can bring shit to surface. You can make people that you thought that was loyal to you change on you
Right.
easily.
But
I don't care if you
but
offer the person the right money, they will trade on you.
right, but you know what I just don't understand is why this man in the White House is currently trying to devalue our dollar. Everything he's doing is trying to make our dollar go down. Now, I've talked to people and they say, "Oh, we're just trying to bring more factories back to the US." That's not how you do it. If anything, you're making them not want to deal with us at all, period. But to devalue our dollar, to make it where we're no longer, our dollar is not the world's currency anymore. This is deep, deep, you guys. This goes deep.
The Rothschilds were trying to start a world war since 1885 because the Zionist International Congress in Basel, Switzerland.
What's going over? Do you know? Let me show you. Let me give you an example how they control the narrative, right? Y'all ain't watching nothing. You know it's still a war over there in Ukraine, right? But they ain't televising that war like they was when it first started off, right? We don't see nothing
Right.
that's
They
going
won't
on
even talk
in
about
the
Ukraine
Ukraine, gang.
anymore. They're focused solely on the ignorant things that this man in the White House is talking about Greenland and about him trying to pull us from NATO. The man is butthurt, but at the same time, he's being told what to
Yeah.
do. Imagine all these people that's around him that's probably threatening him and his family to comply or else.
Right.
This is
So
this
we
the
gave
thing. We
all
got a
that
person
money.
in the White
Listen, we
House
gave all
that's
that
really
money.
not.
Who, Diamond, let me
Uh
say
huh.
this, gang. Teddy said, yeah. Now look, gang, I'm gonna be honest with you. We got to realize first and foremost, these people ain't human. I say it over and over again. When you got fetishes to mess with children, you drinking adrenochrome from children. They going, they've been going to these little countries, taking these little kids to other countries, selling them. That's not human. MK Ultra, that's real. But you guys don't believe it. They've been doing this shit for a long time. Now here's the thing. Let's talk facts, Band-Aid gang. The Ukrainian war, we gave who did you know who we gave that? Why they gave that money to the Ukrainians? Because we owed it to the Russians. Well, that money didn't go to the goddamn Ukraine. That went to Russia. Do you know them people speak the same fucking language? Why you gonna give a motherfucker some money to fight another person that speak the same goddamn language so they tear down Ukraine? All them the same people. That's the money we owe. But didn't that Biden son come up in between that shit too? But see, it ain't televised no more because they control the narrative. America owed that money. And they played it off like it's a war. Nah, we funded them because what we owe them, because it's gonna be a one world government. Right. And you got them over here. Y'all noticed that when we were in the war with Ukraine, you were seeing Russians everywhere.
Especially up north.
Especially in the Illinois area. Russians was everywhere. They done fell back now. You don't see them like you used to. You don't see them like you used to, gang. Like they was over here on a mission.
You see the Indians out west, Texas, and all of that.
We don't miss a beat.
You don't see them in Illinois up north.
We don't miss a beat. But I can't be the baby state because one thing about me, I will drag and really bring out shit. But I'm doing this for the game. I'm keeping us in the algorithm. So when we get to where we need to be and we get all the right followers, then we're going to expose everything because we can take our time. See, things are moving fast, so we have to move with it. That's how we got to me, Diamond, and got to where we are now. Because we moved with but we got to slow it down. Once we get comfortable, see, I'm going to be going on 2 and 3 times a day because I'm done trucking here in a minute, gang. So now we about to give them hell. Yeah, I said, gang. We about to give them HE double hockey sticks.
Yep.
I'm doing this from a truck, gang.
Rear.
So now we finna turn up and we going on 3 times a day. The algorithm ain't got to do nothing but accept us. Views coming in crazy. People paying attention. We can take our time and teach our people, Band-Aid gang.
Right.
Oh, I got so much information.
Oh yeah.
I got so much information. So, Diamond, go ahead. Say what you gonna say.
Right.
Sis.
So I'm just enthused with the fact that our channel is growing the way it is. I appreciate all the Diamond Gang and all the Band-Aid Gang, and you guys are gonna continue to hear the things you need to know. We do our research. We like to give information for that you can keep up with the know. You don't want to fall behind in knowing the information you need to know, just in case of emergencies. All right. Right. And correct. And everybody's entitled to their own opinions when it comes down to this because this is all affecting everybody. Not just the United States. This is affecting the world. So imagine this situation, all the things that we're telling you is bigger than what we think it is. Everybody's looking at the surface, but it's really way deeper than we believe. Now, let's roll the tape. I want the audience to hear these things. We need them to hear it. Now, Scotty, respecting somebody that doesn't deserve respect is ridiculous to me. Okay? The man has been sued well over 4,000 times in his lifetime. Not to mention the lawsuits that he have continuously made in his lifetime. Okay? You can't say he wants respect when he's not giving respect. let alone did he even bother to take a code of ethics course before thinking about running for any type of public office. The man doesn't know anything about the Constitution. He doesn't know when he's breaking laws. He does not care if he's breaking laws because he clearly does not like to
All right, can you
read.
hear me, Diamond Gang? Can you hear me?
Dove, you're far away again. Remember? So I'm gonna
Put a one
drop,
in the
and I'm
chat
gonna
if y'all can hear me, Band-Aid Gang.
yeah, I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna come back because you sound very far away.
Hold on, Diamond. I'm gonna go out and come back in. All right, Diamond Gang, put a one in the chat. Okay, so I think it's coming back from Diamond. If you can hear me clearly and you can hear me loud, put a one in the chat because it could be coming from Diamond's connection. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Thank you, my boss, for responding. If I'm thought sound faded away, please put a two in the chat. If I sound good, put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat. How I sound to you now, Diamond Gang?
I can hear you clearly now.
Okay, my boss said he can hear us both clearly. So, Diamond, let's go
Yeah.
ahead. Let's slide.
All right now.
Death against a billion Muslims, which will leave Israel in charge of the world, which was predicted at the sixth international.
I want y'all to hear that again, gang, about Israel. I want you to hear that. Let's go.
Rothschilds were trying to start a world war.
Said the Rothschilds was trying to start a world war. Listen to this, gang. Now, these are the people that really rule, that's running everything. That's running everything.
Right, and they're quote unquote worth over $500 trillion.
Rothschild.
Right. Now, the Bohemian Grove, let's talk about that. Let's talk about who's the grand wizard of the Bohemian Grove. See, you know who I think the grand wizard of the Bohemian Grove is, Diamond Gang?
Who is it?
I think it's Bill Clinton, gang.
Oh,
I think
really?
yes, gang, because you know they worship the owl, right? They have the
Mm-hmm.
owl. Now, I've been in the bushes. Yeah, I've been watching them. I've been watching all the shit. So, Scotty, I've been in the bushes and I heard the Grand Wizard talk. He sounds just like Bill Clinton. Now, when these people go to those Bohemian Groves, right? They meet lawyers, attorneys. This is how some of these people beat cases. They go there. It's like a networking place for only men. For only men. A lot of these cases that get beaten and things get swept under the rug, that's when they go to the Bohemian Grove. I can't make this shit up. That's why I'm saying my mind is full of information. I said, damn. But I'm telling you the truth. So let's continue. Let's listen to this. Now we're talking about the Rothschild brothers now. Now all of these people, Jay-Z, all of these certain people are puppets to these people because you know what? They generate capital. So they're going to keep them out of trouble.
Because the Zionist International Congress at Basel, Switzerland, has called for 3 world wars. At the end of
Switzerland, ain't that where they hide money at? Put your money in a Swiss bank.
Yep.
It's all coming
Yep.
together. Put your money in a Swiss bank.
All that money overseas that people got money stashed away overseas so they don't have to pay taxes on it.
And
Yeah.
they do us all type of ways. And we be over here. We had trolls in our channel. No, we appreciate y'all coming in, running up the channel. Thank you. But you notice that when we was on their neck about a couple weeks ago when we got 25K views, gang, and the 19K views, because we was spitting that power and we was right on it on top. See, these people know when you talk through your phone, the words that you saying, here came the trolls. Here came the trolls because we was on top of what was going on in Minnesota. It died down now, right? Now they turning it over again and they talk about they control the narrative. Now they talking about the oil. Now they didn't switch your algorithms. So we're going to switch with them. But we're going to also give you information. Band-Aid gang, let's go, man. Double tap the screen.
World War, they would control the entire world. A billion Christians and fighting a war to the death against a billion Muslims, which will leave.
Isn't that what's happening now?
World, which was predicted at the 6th International Zionist Congress in Basel, Switzerland.
Thank you, Diamond, for the intel.
So after Zionist Congress in 1896, you had World War I, World War II, and now we have World War III. At the end of World War I, the Rothschilds organized a number of groups called, one was the Royal Institute of International Affairs in London. It's called Chatham House. And that is the think tank of all of Europe today. And although its headquarters in London, the real headquarters are in Brussels, which is the headquarters of the Lambert family, which is part of the Rothschild family.
I'm not allowed to say certain things, so I decided to reveal the hidden truth in this ebook. If you want to understand what you are, where
Now imagine if you got some silver put up somewhere and you thought that it wasn't worth nothing. I guarantee you now that that jewelry, that silver jewelry that you got put up, is worth a lot of money.
Just so we can figure out who are these people, and just so y'all can realize about what we're going through. Band-Aid gang, double tap my screen. Let's rock a show. Diamond, I need you. I need you, Diamond. Thank you, Tabby, for
I'm
holding
here.
shit down.
I'm here.
Buckle up your seatbelts, Band-Aid gang.
Yes, yes.
This is why I want you to open up, gang. Who are these people? Double tap that screen. Thank you guys for the super chats. We ain't going nowhere. Building. Let's go. Band-Aid gang.
From within. Cell phone users, beware. The Federal Bureau of Investigation can now hear everything you're saying, even when your cell phone is turned off. Authorities can now activate the microphone inside your phone, allowing them to eavesdrop on you and your conversations. Experts say the only way around this is to take the battery out of the device. Then I realized the more fulfilling challenge was to work to stop the people who violated our privacy and stole from our personal data.
We are a nation under attack from within.
when Hollywood tells the truth.
Get in here. Band-Aid gang. Let's go.
We're in danger of losing our funding. America isn't interested in space exploration anymore. Maybe we should finally tell them a big secret.
What's the secret? There are so many.
Ain't no space.
Is it a coincidence Disney owns The Simpsons?
Disney? Huh?
The Simpsons show Bezos and his wife would go to space.
I mean, you awfully quiet.
They
We
took other
tracking.
famous people. Did they do
Well,
it
I'm
for the
listening now.
science or the
I'm
ratings?
listening.
Sir, the TV ratings for the launch are the highest in 10 years.
Yay!
And how's this spacecraft doing? I don't know. All this equipment is just used to measure TV ratings.
And I love
They
it.
always tell and show us in their own way with symbolism. Watch the countdown at precisely 33 to 33. They start to ring the bell.
What is 33? Isn't that a Masonic number?
Yeah.
I believe
33
it is.
degrees?
Like 666.
I
I
believe
said,
it
damn.
is.
Now let's continue, Band-Aid gang. Let's build. See, we building. So when you come back to this channel, be fully aware. Make sure you subscribe to it. Some people think, okay, let me read this. Some people think they are some sure of what they see in here, in front of them, because of what's been put in their plate. Okay? Now, he has a valid point. When Jesus was walking this earth, the people were so sure of him. Rewind, he was a convicted felon, sentenced to death. Now listen, gang.
What do you think about their timing, their symbolism?
Huh?
Does it all mean something, or is it just coincidence?
CERN aims to break open portals to Saturn and the underworld so that demons can break into our realm and cause havoc. Max Spears claimed that CERN is continuing. Aleister Crowley began in the 1920s to open interdimensional vortexes, which would allow demons who have been locked away for a long time to enter our reality and create, quote, hell on earth. Spears mysteriously died not long after publicizing this. This sounds wild until you read Everything You Need to Know by David Icke, where he describes how the area where CERN Icke also points out how CERN's logo is encoded with 666, which is identified
I'm listening, Scotty.
as a number associated with Saturn and representing the Saturn matrix frequency. Follow me for more hidden knowledge.
So I saw his whole face vibrate.
Now listen, gang.
I swear to God, on everything I fucking love and everything I know, his face vibrated like throwing a rock in water and seeing ripples. It had ripples in his face. I guess he couldn't control his skin suit anymore. And then his eyes flashed yellow. I saw his eyes flash like a snake. You know how snakes got the reptilian eyes and shit? Yes, bro, his eyes flashed yellow like that. And I knew he couldn't control his skin suit because he had to be at a certain frequency and a certain vibration, have a certain mental capacity to keep his skin suit under control. And
Yeah, I did. That is so crazy.
gang. I ain't got to live like this. Hit my like button. We building. We building. We don't tear nothing down. I be trying to tell y'all
Right.
what's happening,
And
bro.
let's be honest. Let's be honest. Now that we have this information, do you believe that Sasha Riley is telling the truth? Question mark.
Diamond gang.
I said, now that we know that we are living in a really weird time, I want people to understand that we need to look and analyze what is going on currently, right, in our faces. It's not a coincidence that Sasha Riley is just now surfacing. She's been talking, well, I keep saying he's been talking for well over 5 years. So imagine if we have all this dark information, and these might be some people that's not from this world that's here that's preying on little kids, right? And the person that could possibly let the world know what's really going on might be Sasha Riley.
That part. Let's go.
They'll take you. They steal kids like you. Cross them over. Special ones. The power of your mind. That's what they want.
Jake, what's up? Let's go. Want to hang out? Yeah.
It's very common in adolescent bullying. There he is. I'm Jill. I'm your intake administration supervisor. You pack your things? What exactly do they do at your clinic? I can assure you that all our tests are done in a controlled, child-friendly environment. Our approach is actually very gentle compared to standard treatments. I understand. You have to believe me.
You do not believe that people have special abilities, mutations, and powers, then please turn around right now, because this small section of this declassified document will change your life forever. The metagene. The metagene is a biological variant lying dormant in select members of the human race until an instance of extraordinary physical and emotional overstress activates it. An energetic chemical is released in response to adverse stimulation. A chromosomal combustion takes place as the metagene takes the source of biostress, be it chemical, radioactive, or whatever, and turns the potential inner Joe response into a catalyst for genetic change.
Get in
The
here.
main focus of the catalyst power is a giant gland in the middle of the human brain called the pineal gland.
The pineal
And
gland.
the nutrient for increasing the pineal's action is the...
So the pineal glands, some people call it the pineal glands. That's what causes you to dream. Now, when melanated people, now listen to me, gang. When we turn 40 years old, when melanated people turn 40 years old, your pineal glands is supposed to open up. European people only have 2 holes in their pineal glands. Melanated people have 12 holes in their pineal glands. And they wonder, why do we have 12 holes? So these elite groups have meetings to study to all the melanated people. Before all of our leaders, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all our powerful leaders were unalived before Tupac, before they turned 40 years old. Because their pineal glands would have opened up and they would have came more stronger. Let's continue.
Adrenaline. The metagene factor gives the ability of psionic power. The main interest of the aliens, especially the Greys, is to understand and control the
just as fast as these presidents, because we got to know and we got to be prepared for when the Most High comes. Because I'm telling you, they're blocking out the sun right now. Have you ever go by and you look at the clouds when they cover the sun? See, these people, whatever these beings are, we know reptilians, there's a couple of them, Pleiadians, the star system. I'm into all of that. You got to realize, pay attention, they're blocking the sun.
But my thing
They're
is,
blocking
even if
the
we
sun.
have people that from another world here, why do they have to be a negative to us? They could actually be
Let me
they should have been a positive
okay,
to us.
Diamond. Okay, I'm gonna show you something, Band-Aid gang. I'm gonna cover up the screen so you can see it. Last night, I was in New Mexico, me and Angel, and I'm gonna show you a real UFO. We saw a UFO. Put a one in chat if you want to see a UFO. Put a one. You want to see a UFO, Diamond?
Yeah, it was crazy.
I told you, truck drivers, we see it all. If you want to see a UFO, put a one in the chat.
Yeah,
I ain't
let's
got
see
to
it.
live like this.
Let's see it.
Put a one in the chat if you want to see a UFO, and we'll show you what we saw last night.
I'm gonna show you guys. Watch this.
Diamond, I'm about to show you a UFO. Look at the UFO we saw last night. Something's flying up to it in red. You see it? Look. That's last night. Hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna show y'all the other. Hold on, y'all. Here it go right here.
About to see, look at that UFO. Look at it spinning. Look at the circle in the middle of it like a blood cell. Look at it. Look. We got another one coming. Look. We got another one. This gonna be another UFO. Let's go, Band-Aid gang. We ain't got to live like this. Watch this one we finna put up. Look at it. Hold on. This last night.
Wow.
UFO.
Wow, that is crazy. It's got so many different colors.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. That's enough because you ain't gonna see it. Look at it. Band-Aid gang. We ain't playing out here. Real UFO. Look at it. Tell me we playing out here. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look like a sickle, like a blood cell. Are you not entertained? Are we not showing you a UFO? Y'all get in here. Did y'all see that? Did you see that, Diamond?
Yeah, that is so crazy.
That's a UFO. This ain't we didn't see one in the daytime. These people live in the mountains, gang. These people, now listen to you. Let's go.
Believe perhaps the men from the planet Earth are the deadliest creatures in the universe because only on Earth people are apparently capable of generating the metagene factor, which means natural psionics ability, which is real power. The principal races in the universe are physiologically the same. The pure, cold logic is a normal order to most important races. Basic sameness makes for predictable.
One of the reasons why we do this and all the members of the Band-Aid gang, we're monetized now. We also got a membership only program you can sign up for where we will be doing special lives and show you guys a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and we will be able to express the way we really feel. So go ahead and get your membership, because some things we can't say out here, but we'll have it private for some of the members on the channel. Now look, this is what I want to say. For all the new people that come in and subscribe to the channel, everything that we do will put you in the mind state of the way we think over here on this channel. So you can see on every live that we do that when we, no matter how it changes, whether we're talking about Dolph, whether we're talking about Sasha, whether we're talking about Donald Trump, that we have to realize when it comes to a lot of these social media content creators, how they're paid off to push narratives, how this Illuminati, these certain groups of these people that do these oaths, that pledge to be in these groups. So we know what we're looking out for. So we don't, you know what I'm saying? We're not doing what everybody else is doing over here, gang. We're not doing, we're trying to open up them gates.
Yep. Yep.
We're trying to
And
go to
after
heaven,
we
gang.
get done talking about this, we are going to allow you guys to hear a snippet of Sasha Riley's interview. I know that we've been trying to get back to that, but right now we're going to talk about this subject right here, which you guys also need to know about, which I'm learning right now myself because a lot of this stuff I did not know about.
Let's continue, Band-Aid gang. Let's go.
And security. The enemy one knows are the ones you can guard against. This is not the case with mankind. While most are uniformly human, some, many more, apparently than anyone had dreamed, possessed a latent tendency towards superhumanity.
Look at what it say, kids. Listen.
Psionic abilities.
Listen.
That in itself could prove dangerous for any idea of alien domination on Earth. But coupled of mankind's inherent belligerence with the fact of the metagene effects, each human is unique and Earth becomes a spawning ground for an unpredictable super race if we have the chance.
Bingo.
Others have already demonstrated an awareness of man's potential along with the human history. Nordics treat this. This is because the aliens are here to control the Earthlings before we dominate them. And they want our most important secret, the metagene factor, which is the aliens' only hope. And I find this so funny because there are two comic book universes. Marvel Comics universe and DC Comics universe. Marvel calls it the X gene and it's responsible for the mutants. And in the DC universe, they call it the metagene and it's responsible for some of the characters like Static Shock.
So is that the reason why they changed Facebook to Meta?
Hold on, I want to hear what you have to say.
Also mentions the metagene in the exact same way.
Hold on, Diamond.
And would you like to know what it says?
What you about to say, Diamond? Go ahead.
I said, is that the reason why Mark Zuckerberg changed Facebook name to Meta?
Bingo. We're building. See? I said, damn. Good one, Diamond. Watch this. Let's go.
Te lo mereces, así que alza esa cerveza.
Hold on.
Esto no es solo una restauración, es activated, can give them superhuman powers.
Let's go back.
A metahuman is a human being who has a metagene, a genetic mutation, being on par with mutants in the Marvel Universe, and posthumans and gene active in the Wildstorm universe, which when activated can give them superhuman powers. The activation can occur through different methods, including high levels of physical trauma, chemistry, and magic. The term metahuman was first coined by the alien dominators, and it has been used to describe any human being with what are commonly described as superpowers. And I mean, that's the same thing that I just read to you in that top secret declassified document. So do you still want to believe that there aren't extraordinary people walking amongst us? The declassified document says the same thing as an online created comic book fan. I mean, they put this stuff right in front of us all the time. Now, let's try to figure out how we're going to activate these powers, y'all. That's very, very, very interesting. Look, make sure y'all smash that like button, man. Let's get this video to right here to like 15,000 likes. But look, check this out. What if the wars that we had in the past have been erased to find details? You know how we can find like ancient like coins that they used hundreds of years ago, and they have like spaceships on them and stuff like that over buildings and shooting beams and stuff. What if we got our ass whooped, man, and they made us forget everything? Everything. They made us war amongst each other just so they can have more time with their experiments. But I have a feeling that time is running out. There are factually people with superhuman abilities.
Double tap that
If
screen.
I had them, I wouldn't tell y'all right now at all until the appropriate time. But you can actually look these things up, and people do have actual superhuman abilities. It's more common than what you think.
Absolutely.
A lot of people think that you're just gonna get up and fly somewhere. A lot of these things have to be worked on, y'all. But do your own damn research, man. We're gonna get more into this video. Smash that like button, subscribe.
Let's go.
If you like this type of content. All right, let's get to it though. Love y'all.
The royal family are not human, but they are reptiles from the Alpha Draconis star system.
I told you.
Hello. What? Okay, I had to look that up. Okay, it's in the shape of a lizard. I don't know what the heck that means. I don't know anymore. This is my driver, and they're weirdly related to Vlad the Impaler, who is a vampire, and reptiles are known cannibals. So that's interesting. Here we go.
Archaeological discovery in Egypt unearthed the figure of a pharaoh with reptilian features. The figure with a leathery surface suggests it's not a statue, but a real being reported to be 9 foot with an injury under its left armpit. Maybe its cause of death. It wasn't mummified. Instead, it was buried unmarked in the Valley of the Kings, Egypt.
Thank y'all for the heart.
We got the mouth of Baraka from Mortal Kombat, don't he? Boy, you can't get bit by that, boy. You're gonna die from an infection. I ain't gonna lie. That memo right here poisonous, ain't it? But remember that wound under his armpit.
Who remembers playing Mortal Kombat? Y'all remember him? They put shit right in our face.
Yeah, that's crazy how a lot of these movies are like really just basically just trying to make the public get used to seeing certain things.
Exactly. Even the movie Stargate. Y'all got to go back and watch Stargate. There's a lot of intel in Stargate. Now watch this though.
I took off one day, and I come back to all this crazy satanic even stuff. We'll get back to the satanic commercial that they put on the news in 1 minute, because what they're actually doing will scare the crap out of you. That is, if you're not protected. So Macron here has a...
Now, this is going to make you think, Diamond. Band-Aid gang, y'all double tap that screen. Shouts out to the gang. Shouts out to my gang. Mayor Boy in the building. What up, Mayor Boy? Now, this shit right here is going to really scare you. I said, damn. This right here is really going to open your eyes on what's going on today. Did I mention that? Diamond, are you ready for this?
Yes, I am.
Let's go.
But it gets a lot crazier than just the picture you saw at the beginning, because one, geopolitically wise, but also after people were aware of his eye looking like that, he started wearing sunglasses to hide it later on. So why is he? If he just got hurt, like there was an incident, then why would he be covering it up with sunglasses? This is not 2010, where you could walk up with very obvious sinister things happening and no one would know about it. Unrelated, I wonder what got in his eye. And geopolitically, it's crazy because there's a Norvus Ordo Seclorum going on. We just heard about Putin.
So what does Norvus Ordo Seclorum mean, Band-Aid Gang? Let's knowledge ourselves. Diamond, what does Norvus
I've
Ordo?
never actually heard of it before, so I'm learning as you're showing
Do
it.
you have $1 in your pocket?
Do I have $1? No, I got a $5 bill.
Everybody, when you look at your dollar bill and you look at the pyramid on the dollar bill, at the bottom, it's Latin. And I want everybody to listen to it how it sounds. Norvus Ordo Seclorum. Does anybody in the chat know what that means? Even the bushwhackers, motherfuckers cleaning the lawn out there. Hey, pay your dues. So at the bottom of your dollar bill on the right-hand side, under the pyramid, it's going to say Norvus Ordo Seclorum. Thank you, Michael.
But what does that mean? Is that like
I'm telling you now. Mike put it down at the bottom.
All right.
It means New World Order. Listen to how it sounds. Norvus Ordo. Order. Ordo. Order. Sounds like order, don't it? Norvus Ordo Seclorum. New World Order. One world government. Now, Boogeyman, when me and Diamond go on our next live, we're going to have an open panel so I can come up and everything. We just wanted to go vertical. So we're going to get into all of that because the truth, let's just say the truth is out there. But Boogeyman said it's all about crop sharing. And they're about to bring, that's what they're doing with the crop sharing. We're going to play that. We're going to open up some more doors, some more portals. So let's continue to listen.
And he might nuke Europe, and then this right here happens. People like to point out particular eyes, but I'm telling you, it makes no difference. Obviously, he's got her. Then this commercial, this news station, showed a satanic broadcast in the middle of this. Now, I'm going to tell you just how crazy that is and why. This does not happen by accident. They, the news, had the feed for this. You can't just pick up someone's feed. This isn't a radio. Say I'm reaching, but it's an obvious fact that this was displayed on purpose. If you're a Christian and you know how powerful the name Jesus is, then you have no problem. That is if you call on it. And with the information I'm about to put out in the next day or two, everything is going to get wildly different. So it's very important to remember that fact I just said.
Revealed that the government has the masses under a spell. She told Tasha K that the government is hiding the truth about magic and witchcraft from the masses, claiming that they're doing this in order to keep it to themselves. They want to make sure that they are the only ones with access to the magic and are the only ones able to use it against the masses.
Yeah, to dispel. Because people think, they call you a witch. Okay. Yeah. I guess with the branding and, ever since storybooks or fables, any storybook that I can remember in school, witches were bad.
Yeah, that's what they teach you. Yeah. So you don't tap into your power. I mean, why would I tell you that I'm doing a spell on you? I'm going to tell you that spells are bad so that I can do it on you. That's how I feel like society manipulates people because it's been sensationalized. Like, oh, witchcraft is bad, witchcraft is this, but they're doing witchcraft on you. So, yeah, we're all
who is who?
The government.
The government's doing witchcraft on people.
Yeah, our money has sigils on it.
Please elaborate, please. I've heard of something like that, but I just be like, here go the wormhole YouTube.
Yeah, we can go before we go down the wormhole, but I'll give it like a surface level.
Go ahead.
So if you look at the dollar, first of all, it's a dead president on it. It's an ancestor off the rip, right? So when you look at the different pyramids and certain lines and how they print their money, it's all a spell. It's all a ritual, right? So every time you touch money, even psychologically, when you're thinking about money, it is all outlined for you. Subliminal, everything. Everything you watch is subliminal when you think about it. Your music is subliminal, you know, the 808s, all the beats, everything. They are 100% controlling us. Yes. So if you know that you're being controlled, now you can't be controlled anymore. But if you don't know, they can continue to control you, and that's what's happening. So, and that's what I meant by people that are manipulated by media, by what they're seeing on TV, by their music. If they don't know that they're being manipulated, it works. If they're awakened and protected from it, it does not. The slave that, hold on.
That's why I don't be afraid of none of that stuff, man. If you're aware, it has no control over you. Just like fear, like you know how all of the movies, in order for the monster to kill you, you always have to be afraid. That's because what? That's adrenal what? Finish that up for me. But at the same time, that allows them to, you know, attack your biological structure.
Band-Aid gang, we on one.
Wow.
I in the business.
I'm gonna go into a couple of stories that we have to cover, Band-Aid gang. Let me go ahead and do this.
And compromise you.
Something I want you guys to see in here. Just another eye opener as we build. I'm gonna build another timeline with a lot more information.
I can't believe how much stuff that we didn't learn so far since we've been on live. The fact that we are exploring all options and all things that we need to know, even things that we probably wouldn't even thought of at all. We all know that we have some type of. So I believe there's aliens been here for the longest, but they have been peaceful. They have been humble. They've been relaxed. I believe that they're starting to get angry. But to be honest, it's not the peaceful people that's starting the problems. Dev, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I was just trying to go through something real quick for you.
All right, all right.
Hold on.
But yeah, I think that
About the agenda.
it's interesting to hear all this.
Okay, hold on, real quick, Band-Aid gang. Y'all double tap that screen.
The Draco agenda.
Because this shit really exists.
Hey, you know what? Since I'm just thinking about it,
Hold on, watch this.
did anybody else know that Queen Elizabeth wore makeup that was literally that's how she was unalive because of the makeup was poison. It was like poisonous. And they had to put literally 6 inches of thick um make quote unquote makeup on her face. Ev- yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I was just thinking about that, but yeah, she basically combusted from the makeup. That's how she passed away. But anyway,
Information in, and it's so much. I don't want to get overwhelmed.
yeah.
Because we want to attack. I just want, if we're gonna attack, we're gonna build our people. It doesn't matter how many people we get in here. It's how many people that we wake up.
Right, right.
You see what I'm saying, Diamond? It's about,
Yep.
not everybody's gonna be woke, but let's go ahead and build.
Bro, listen. That you see that man right there walking? Reptilian. Bro, he's a reptilian. Like, I'm asking him about tailgating. Bro. And when he came up and talked to me, he wasn't the typical pale skin and like acting like he didn't want to talk. Bro, that man got close as fuck, like right here up on me, talking, looking me in my eyes. Bro, when I say this nigga pupils were slanted, like bro, when I looked him in his eyes the first time, bro, my heart fluttered. Like on some like how you get nervous or something just spooks you a little bit, or you like, oh, I'm nervous or something. Bro, my heart fluttered, bro, when I looked this nigga in his eyes, bro. Them fucking pupils were, boy, oh my God, bro. Bro, The nigga pupils were slanted, not no contacts, nothing. The nigga bro, he just is what he is, bro. Was definitely cool. Know what I'm saying? He got all the way in my aura field. He got all the way in my aura field type shit. That's probably what I was feeling. Know what I'm saying? Feeling that energy. And bro, I keep saying it, but the nigga pupils was slanted, bro. Bro, and just talking to me cool as fuck. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 And I'm like, appreciate it, nigga.
Right,
Just,
Mike, you're right.
Smile and walk off. My heart still beating because, bro, I know what the fuck I just seen. I know what the fuck this world and life shit is, and I just know, boy, what the fuck? And then when I came here to tell y'all right now, bro, nigga, I'm encountering. They getting closer and closer. But what I noticed, boy, okay.
Wow. Hey y'all, what do y'all think about that? What do you think? He
You know he
telling the
telling the
truth
truth.
about
Now hold on.
the guy coming up to him with the slanted eyes?
But like, who's going to win? Like the Draco agenda or the Palladian agenda? How do you see that playing out with humanity and our own frequency as we transition to 4D?
Yes, I certainly believe, and then again, it's to me, it's common sense, because the Palladians will win, simply because they do exist, because we still survive and we still evolve.
Oh, okay.
So if they do exist in the future and we are the ancestors, it is clear to me that, of course, humanity will survive. And the Dracos may still do their own thing, but it doesn't mean that they will win whatever they decide to do. So I don't believe that planet Earth will become theirs. I don't believe that they will win over that. I think that as the evolutionary process happens, it will also shift their own frequency. They're not aware of that, but the frequency of the planet Earth will also modify their own.
The Dracos?
Yes, of course. It will change everybody's frequency. This is part of who the Pleiadians are today as well. Right?
So they're trying to almost help the Draco.
It will help everybody.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna say this. We're gonna go to Sasha real quick. I'm gonna go to page 2 on Sasha information.
Yes.
Because I know a lot of people
Now,
got to
don't
get some
y'all
rest.
love the Diamond Gang and the Band-Aid Gang? Don't
Hold
y'all
on.
love us? We just all over the place today.
Let me go ahead. And there's another thing we want to go ahead to page 2.
Y'all put the diamonds and the band-aids in the chat.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody for coming through. I didn't want to overdo. I can get carried away and and overdo and kind of like
And do.
let me get this video for us. Diamond, you sent it to me. Angel, the one that Diamond sent to me, we're gonna go into part 2 of that situation. It should be right about. No, we're gonna go down. It's this way. We're gonna go.
Now, I think that this man could be the key to unlocking all our troubles. I believe because all the rest of the survivors, they have been kind of like two of the survivors just recently filed a lawsuit to help release the files, right? Because obviously the DOJ is fighting it, right? But
Okay.
for him to surface, and he's not been sued for defamation. Nobody's trying to sue him. Nobody's wanting to talk about him. The media isn't talking about him. You see them talk about everything else. So 9 times out of 10, this man could be
Just
very
telling the
much
truth.
well telling us the truth and letting us know what his experience was. And imagine how how much trauma this man has from his childhood. This man served in our military. He was in Iraq, and this man's mental health was affected by his adopted parents
But you
mistreating
notice,
him.
like, do you notice, like, how everybody Band-Aid gang, how, like, when we first started covering the Sasha story, the programming comes in to where the narrative, the whole narrative changed. Like, it went from Sasha, something new happened, nothing happened. They're moving so fast. For the people that are out here covering the content, can't stick to one thing because they change it quickly. It's all part of the agenda. So let's go ahead and watch this. Now this is page 2. We already did page 1. We're gonna
Dev, you going in and out. It's your audio. Your audio is kind of shaky. Did you move? No, no, no. Okay. Try to play it now. Try to play it again. Yeah, it's a little loud. It's a little loud. You gotta let it down a little bit so people can hear what he's saying. We can't understand what he's saying, Dev. It sounds really messed up. It, I don't know. It's starting to mess up because I couldn't hear anything he was saying. Uh-huh. Yes, yes. All right. It probably needs to be the wherever you are listening to. Maybe you need to pull the phone back just a little bit.
let me see.
There you go. I can hear him a little better. Yeah, you can
All
hear
right,
him a little
let's go.
better now. It's breaking up again. It's breaking up again. I don't know if it's my end, because maybe it's my end because it's just. Let me. Right, I'm gonna drop and come back up. Maybe that, and maybe it's me.
Put
All right.
thank you for the likes. Thank you. Because the mods haven't said anything.
All right now. Okay, I will. And we're trying to hear a little bit of the Sasha Riley. I know everybody is exhausted. Okay. Now I don't know where you guys are living at, but where I'm at is about to be 40 below outside tomorrow. So stay warm, you guys, wherever you are. And if you're down south and you're gonna get some snow, if you don't know how to drive in snow, or your tires ain't winter or all season tires, um, stay home. Just stay home. Don't try to do no errands. Just stay in the house. It's not even worth coming outside, especially if it's snowing really bad down south. Like, imagine the horses and the cattle, them having all
All right.
that snow around them. Anyway, I just be thinking about that when it comes down to the animals. Right, you're far away, Dove. I can hear you, but barely. Let me let, let me drop because I think it's maybe mine. Let me drop because you sound far away.
Gang, we're gonna dive right into this once we go live next because I think it's important now. We kind of laid the blueprint to go into this because we got a lot of cases that we covering. And I don't want to give everybody too much information. Can y'all hear me? Put a one in the chat. Diamond Gang, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So it might have been me and your connection crossing because I'm pretty sure they're gonna put a one in the chat now. Somewhere we were crossing.
Right, hit that like button, you guys.
Put a one in the chat. So Diamond, what we're gonna do is we're gonna dive right in because we can't feed a baby steak, and I don't want to overflow the people with too much information. So I'm gonna make something special for the game
Right,
later on in the week because we got like 4 different lives that we got to come on back to back to back to back. We will be
right,
higher in numbers tomorrow because we're gonna go with what the algorithm's going with. We just going on this story because we started it and we just want to finish it. So
right. And I
we're gonna
want
go
some
through all
steak.
these pages.
I want some steak. Damn it! No,
I
sorry.
said, damn.
Talking about some
Let's go.
baby steak.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can.
Let's go.
Like you said, like the manager or something, and then you had lower level people like my dad that kind of went out and found girls or coordinated, at the ground level
Thank you, guys.
of things. Yeah. So in terms of even Epstein himself, he just sought out people like my dad that would sell, their adopted child, their actual child. A lot of the planning, micromanaging, filming. Certainly the payouts. Yeah.
So y'all know now it's back to adopted children. It's back to adopted children. Children that are being adopted. Half of them are mostly mistreated while they're in those homes and they just be glad to get out. Let alone you start to sexualize them. Some of them are probably young virgins and that having a feeling of having sex, they can't make a decision because it feels good. They don't know what it is. And now you have manipulated this child and turned this child into something. See, this is what you got to pay attention to. Now, I'm Band-Aid Gang. Let me say this. Diamond Gang, you know what me and you discussed and what we talked about and what we showed. What I showed you on the back end, right? Diamond
Yes,
Gang? Okay.
yes.
Band-Aid Gang. I suggest you, Mike, I'm finna tell you now. Damon, Go ahead and become a member, because I'm going to show you something that's going to show you real children trafficking on YouTube. I'm not going to show it to the public. I'm going to do it behind the scenes. So become a member so you can see exactly. When you see this, we're going to open your mind to it. I'm going to check and see who's members. I'm going to see this live stream that I'm going to show you real trafficking on YouTube. I will show you trafficking on YouTube and how they talk in code and show you everything. Those will be my memberships. For only members only will be able to see that. So I got to see how many people want to become a member to my channel. And me and Diamond, real sex trafficking. Something that will go viral. I can't make this shit up. I put my right hand to God and you will be shocked.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I heard you. You right. Go ahead and subscribe.
Is it real human
And
sex trafficking what I
yep,
showed
go
you
ahead and
today?
subscribe. You ain't no. We have so much content. You're going to be surprised.
Any on the channel. I want to see are you. And when you see it, real human sex trafficking online. Thank you, Mike. They're talking in code.
For sure. And I don't know, maybe it's because we're talking about all this stuff, but lately, for the last maybe 10 minutes, our connection has been messing up super bad. Where it's like you're talking and it sounds like a robot talking.
What about now?
I can hear you clearly now. So I don't know what happened. What's different?
Mike signed up. Mike signed up.
Okay, Mike, go ahead, Mike. He
Thank you,
loves
Michael. We
us.
got a member.
Yes, he loves us.
But when I show it to you guys, it's gonna make you're gonna see all of this shit. And I need my gang to observe already locked in. They can't. On. We have live. Please subscribe if you want to see real human sex trafficking and people. I will show you, but I'm not doing a live on it here open. You have to be a member. The Goddess, become a member. It's only $9.99 a month. Turn it off after your first $9.99. I don't care. But I promise you, if you want to see real human sex trafficking and these people selling kids and adopting kids online, I found it. I
Yep.
found
And
it.
imagine the fact that this has been going on for
Ask Diamond.
decades.
Diamond, when I sent it to you today, what did you say? What did you think when I showed it to you?
I was amazed. I was amazed.
And they talk in code right in your face. But you wouldn't know it because you don't know how to go down the rabbit hole. But I do. I am deadly. I run this shit, gang. Band-Aid gang run this shit. I found something that's, yeah. And my gang gonna be able to see it. Become a member and you'll see it next week. I need 10 members. I went down from 15 to 10.
It's
And
definitely gonna
my
be worth
gang
your
will be,
while. For sure.
and it's going to show you that you're seeing everything that when it comes to what these people are doing with these children are true. And they're doing it on YouTube. They're doing it on Facebook. Instagram. But we have it on YouTube. On YouTube, gang. Let's continue. Listen. Because I know that when I was offered to Trump, the excitement that was in the house from Lynn, particularly, was that this is going to be the big payday. You know, we have made it up to the. Mm-hmm. Because they would sell me at a lower level to people that they knew. You know. Said I'm breaking up. Am I breaking up? Is it breaking up, gang?
No, you're not breaking up on my end.
Goddess, how am I sounding?
Yep, but I can hear you.
Good now. All right, let's go. Thank you, God. And this is outside of the parties, but obviously they don't have the type of money that these rich folks have. So that wasn't really a big payday, and they were nervous about taking that kind of money because they were accepting this large amount of risk for really little amount of reward. And they were excited to make it to the level of Donald Trump because I think the payday that they were supposed to get was $25,000. Why haven't they? Ask yourself this question. Our president is president, and these type of accusations is coming out on him. But yeah, he don't want to speak on this. He don't want to sue this person for defaming his character.
Exactly.
He doesn't want to sue this person, and it's all over the internet. He even got his childhood picture on there. He don't want to address this. If you making an accusation about me fondling with a child, and I am the president, oh, I'm gonna have something to say. I'm gonna have something to say.
That is facts.
But they don't do nothing. See, that's how you know a lot of these people when they speaking out when they're not getting sued. Something like my story as well. See, I know it's true because I'm not a victim of that. But people know who I am. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But people don't sue you.
Right.
What's that tell?
Which that just lets us know that a lot of what he's telling us is accurate information.
Too on point with what
And
he
I hope
said.
Sasha is somewhere hiding in a good place
You know,
because it's
go ahead now.
dangerous to speak out on the deep state.
You know what? You know what? You know what? You know who really blew the whole roof off of the whole Epstein case, if you ask me, to let you know it was Prince Andrew when he did his interview. When that lady interviewed Prince Andrew, he exposed this whole operation. Everybody go to the if you want to know who really fucked up the whole Epstein thing, that makes you know it's true. Go listen to the Prince Epstein. I mean, the Prince Andrew interview.
Yep. Because it was like he was so nervous, he was
He was so
stuttering,
nervous.
and then
He said, "Well, I don't know if that was me yet. Could have been me. I don't know. Yeah, I was there. Oh, could have been me. Oh no, I don't. Bro, dude blew the whole motherfucking case. Prince Andrew.
why you think that they stripped him from his title?
It was Prince Andrew, and we're gonna play that.
He got
Prince
stripped of his
Andrew
title
fucked up
before
everything.
he got stripped of his title before this even really heated up with the Epstein files. Okay, they was already stripping him of his title, so they must have had got word that the Epstein the JE files was going to get released, and wanted to go ahead and denounce him because that can actually affect the whole royal family by his actions.
Now you heard the lady say after we eat the children. Y'all heard that? We put that together. We just seen the man. They've already said them people over there, the prince and all them was reptilians. That they're not human, gang. These people ain't human. You know what it said in the signs of the times? That God people will be able to recognize evil because we're gonna start vibrating on a higher frequency. So some of the shit that these people that you be running into, and you can't be like, man, they just believe nothing. They no, it ain't that, it ain't that. Them the ones right there. They're not vibrating on that level, but they think they going to heaven. I'm telling you, gang, you got to vibrate. God on what you can see the evil. You can see evil people now. You can see evil people. See evil people back then. You speak, all right, they look crazy, but you can see people that ain't real right now. You can see people's emotions. You can see demons in people when you walk by them. The ones that don't speak. You can look at people now and be like, damn, why they so evil? Why they so strange? Why this person so, why these people don't, they all in their phones like robots.
Even the little kids and they tablets and stuff.
They making AIs now. They got AI to make you look like you stealing from the stove. Do you know all these people, these presidents and all this shit they doing with AI is a test? Man, they can leave this earth right now. The president probably, they can leave. If there was a nuclear bomb about to hit this motherfucker and they knew it was on its way, them motherfuckers would be gone, but have it televised like the
And
news
did,
really on. But all of
right?
them
Did you
motherfuckers really on the spaceship, then shot off the goddamn planet while the whole planet then blew up because they got AI pretending like life is still going on.
right? And
Just
did you
like this
see
goddamn this ice storm about to start now. Now we got an
right?
ice storm that's about to hit everywhere now. Another distraction because they controlling the fucking weather.
Right. And did you hear about Ted Cruz going to basically the Caribbean to get away from the weather that's going to be happening in Texas?
fall down.
Yes.
Every time it's a weather issue going on with Texas, Ted Cruz takes a flight out of the country.
Yes. Now, when all the cars are slipping and sliding and ice around, cars crashing, all that shit gonna be on the news, and they gonna slip something else right past us again. Then you're gonna stop paying attention to what happened in Minneapolis. Because all the cars gonna be sliding and the roads gonna be fucked up, and they're gonna be airing everything on that, and after that die down for a little while, you ain't talking about Sasha no more. You ain't talking about what's happening in Minneapolis no more.
Big facts.
Because you're gonna be all the winter storms. See, that's what they call HARP. They play with the weather. They've been playing with the weather. They've been blocking out the sun. Boy, I'm telling you, gang. Let's continue.
Another sum, but that's just the sum that I remember. And that may not sound like a lot, especially today, but for our less standard of living, that would have been a fairly sizable chunk of money.
Mm-hmm. And we spoke about in terms of the years when you were about 9 to 10 years old, maybe 8 years old, until about 13. Mm-hmm. And most of the parties, there were only 3 or 4 kids there. Sometimes only you.
Yes.
And it was sort of the different.
And they would almost always have at least one girl there. So I'm sure that the mentality of that would be, to have a boy or a girl to choose from. And there may have been children at these parties that were in attendance that I just didn't see because I was being abused, in like a bedroom of the farmhouse or some other location. And there could have been more people there. I can't really say exactly. Mm-hmm. You get kind of just from a standpoint of the experience, you very much just kind of lock onto your surroundings. You're having this encounter with anything that you could potentially weapon. Very much you're in survival mode, so you tend to hyper. Additional things going on, but I really wasn't paying attention to those.
Okay, and we spoke about the average age was like 9 or 10 years old in some cases. Layers of parties.
Adult prostitutes were there too. Yeah. So the younger end is 9, 10, all the way up to young ladies, 17, 18, 19.
I'm gonna end this live, Diamond. So now, right now, he's at the age 8 when this is starting to happen. We will be on an open panel tomorrow.
We're gonna be on an open panel tomorrow. Today's been a long one, y'all. Today's been a long one.
Vita Goddess said that farmhouse. That's why I said become a part of this. Sign up for the membership so y'all can see that.
And you know what? Now that she said, now that you just reminded me of something, the current president owns a piece of land in, I believe, Mississippi that's right next to a children's school. And it's literally a half an acre next to the swamp. I'm gonna bring that up tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, definitely gonna bring it up.
Tomorrow we got to expose these narratives. So let me tell y'all, tomorrow Band-Aid game we got what's going on with Woody, Finesse 2 times. We've been covering that. I let days go by so I can gather the best intel so it all goes in. So that's gonna be an awesome live tomorrow. The day after that, we're going into Dolph. We got new information with Trayon Ingram. That's gonna pop in. Then I think I'm gonna go ahead and get Jay-Z's son's godmother on the channel because they're trying to do her all type of ways, but she's winning. So we'll be able to cover that Jay-Z story, which is gonna mix with the Dolph. Then we're gonna fall back and we're gonna get back into Sasha. But I think by that time we should have our 10 members, and we will have that members only. and then we're gonna go from there.
Yeah. But I'm definitely gonna bring that up when we start talking back about politics. I'm definitely gonna bring it up because ain't that weird that this man would own a little piece of land like that still in Mississippi out of all the real
Yep.
estate he has, that he owns this particular spot next to a swamp. Anyway, I
Yeah,
digress.
I know, right? What's up in the swamp, huh? Are they letting the
Right.
gators get them?
Yeah, well, you know that back in the day when it was slavery days, they quote unquote supposed to have threw babies into the gator to
Yep.
yeah, but I don't know how true that is. I wasn't living at that time, but that's what they say, that they were throwing babies to feed to the gators, which is disgusting.
Yes, it is.
Hmm.
Band-Aid gang, we did it again. Um, Again, we have so much information. Um, we got to do it one step at a time. Until we make the algorithm chase us, we're gonna chase it. I said, "Damn, we're gonna chase
Yes,
the
yes,
algorithm until it starts to chase us."
yeah, and we be talking until we tired. Trust. We be
I
having a
said, "Damn, we've been
long
on for
day, and we still come up in here with that fire.
yes, yes. So the panel will be open tomorrow. So we just hope everybody come back. We want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I want to thank the real Angel. This was kind of like a last minute thing. I've been kind of busy. We've been traveling. Thank you, Diamond. V Goddess, thank you for coming through all the time and supporting this
No
channel.
problem.
I really hope that what we say is it's so
Right. I think that it's important that we, right, and it's important that we make awareness to the trafficking because this is not okay. It is not okay that these grown adults think that they can play with kids.
like
They've been getting away with it for decades. It's time for these people to understand you can no longer get away with doing stuff like this. You will be put under the jail. Well, probably not under this administration, but you will get put under the jail one way or another. And these people that have been doing these nasty things to these kids, boys and girls, you realize them if they're adults now, the trauma that they're living with, you know? And it's supposed to be thousands of kids that were victims.
yep.
All right. Well, till next time, you guys. No problem. Hey, Mike said jail or hell. You hear what Mike said? Mike said jail or hell. Right. And yep. And you guys have a beautiful night tonight. Yep. And stay warm.
Great show, Diamond.
Shouts out to the Diamond Gang.
Thank
Shouts out to
you.